Welcome everybody to this very brief meeting of the vestry. We're on television just so you know that when you say something, it needs to be, better than I would. Last vestry meeting, I brought an idea to the vestry that I had been thinking about for a while. And so I'll say what it is, and then you'll faint, and then you'll, and then I'm going to read you the bishop's reply and tell you about it. And then what we're going to do is vote, because I think it's something the parish should vote for. I would like to change the name of the parish. Now, before you get panicked, we're going to keep St. Michael and All Angels. It'll be a DBA, doing business as. In other words, we'll file our taxes, we'll have our insurance. Everything keeps the tradition, the heritage of St. Michael and All Angels. It's just that on business cards and on our website and on our sign and on things like that, and we would have a name. The name I proposed is Anglican Church of the Hill Country.
Yes.
And the reason is multi-reason. And I explained this to the vestry and to the bishop. One is that in Google searches for churches, it's alphabetical. Unless you pay people to bump you up in your business like we have in Houston, they can do that. But otherwise, remember the yellow pages were all AAA plumbing and A1 plumbing. When there were yellow pages, there aren't anymore. But when you remember that, this is the same thing. It's so we start with Anglican A Church of the Hill Country instead of S St. Michael and All Angels. The other thing is St. Michael and All Angels, while it is a beautiful name and a beautiful heritage, is tied closely to the Episcopal Church and even to some of the Catholic churches and some of those kinds of churches, whereas Anglican Church of the Hill Country appeals to two groups, I'm hoping. One is people like we put on our bulletin, it says a Bible church in the Hill Country Bible Church in the Anglican tradition. This would sort of go with that. It would be Anglican Church of the Hill Country, and it would appeal to people who are very proud of living in the Hill Country, who like the Hill Country, which is, I presume, most of you because you moved here to be here. And then you have people who are more, who are not understanding so much of the saint this and saint that, and I checked in our diocese, there, it's not a problem. So I presented this, and then there are other minor reasons, but those are the main reasons. And it's simpler to say, and where do you go to church? Anglican Church of the Hill Country. Just a simpler thing. We will continue to own and keep and have on our website and have places. It'll be a DBA, which doesn't cost us anything. We don't have to have an attorney. Don can just do a DBA paper. It's not going to be a legal change. It's going to be a use change. You may have noticed in the Rector's Forum this morning, I wrote, "Welcome to the Anglican Church of the Hill Country." I did that on purpose so you can see it if you looked at your bulletin. And we did it not too long ago for something else. I sent it to the bishop and told him very much exactly what I've told you. Online searches, doesn't follow the pattern of the Catholic, Episcopal, and even some Anglican parishes. Our bulletin, and we will not be giving up our heritage. It will allow our business cards, signs, and stationery to be cleaner and not as wordy, but more modern. The vestry voted unanimously to approve it. So, it was one after we voted unanimously said, "I don't know, I like the other one better," but it's too late. Vote already. We don't go back and take second votes.
Did you do that, Ed?
I didn't trick him. I took a vote. Yes or no? What did I trick him?
I was little.
You weren't there.
I wasn't there.
What are you talking about it for? You weren't there. So anyway, then I sent it to the bishop. I told him that before I brought it to the parish, I would do it to the bishop, so I sent him an email, and he sent me the following. I'll give it printed out. But, "Dear John, greetings in the name of our Lord. Please excuse the delay in my reply. I'm now at the College of Bishops Conclave. I am supportive of the name change and believe that Anglican Church of the Hill Country will serve you well. Making the change will, I believe, assist in making helpful and clear distinctions for the congregation's future ministry in the region. Well done. Please express my support to the congregation and update me on developments. God bless you, Julia."
Very good.
So,
Can I ask a question?
of course you can.
Just to clarify.
Yes.
We're gonna change the sign,
It'll just say, unless it's too expensive. If it's too expensive, we won't do it.
because I think it'll be expensive.
Well, we'll see, but that's
Yeah.
a minor, that's the minor of all of them. We'll change business cards, we'll change the website, we'll change the bulletin, we'll change that kind of thing. It's mostly, it's cosmetic is what it really is. So, yes, Diane?
How does that differentiate us from other Anglican churches in the Hill Country?
Well, there's only one, and that's the one down, well, other than San Antonio, and that's the one in Bernie, and they're 30 miles away, so I don't think.
And they're
that
called
matters.
St. John's.
And they're St. John's. So I think it's cleaner and comes to the point better, and I think it's just more communicable. That wasn't a bad word, communicative. Well, I hope it's communicable. Maybe we'll all get the Anglican disease.
And
That's it.
if they establish other Anglican churches, other places in the hill country,
They still,
we got here first.
Why don't we make
and
them
they
the
still
first
can't have
Anglican
St.
church
Michael and all angels because we own it.
No,
We still have it.
Yeah.
I'll second that.
Anybody have any other answers or questions about it? Thank you.
I make a motion that we change the name.
Absolutely. We do a DBA. Second, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed?
Wow.
Going once, going twice, done. Thank you very much. The meeting is over. Thank you.
I'm not a-
Yes, I agree.